They say how this nigga come from dirt to bad hoes and bankrolls. Over 100 shots on the E-way, I gotta make it home. I learned from my struggle, stack that dope.
What up, professionals? Big day today in New York sports. As you know, Jackson Dart gets his first start for the New York Giants, going against the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert playing lights out this year. You got Jackson Dart going in there. Let's see what he can do, man. The kid looked good during the preseason. He gets to, really show off what he's learned. 4 games into the season, week 4. I think it's going to be a good game. I think you're going to see him, move the sticks, get Malik Neighbors involved early. Cam Scatterboo is going to get in there. Should be a good game. Should come down to the wire. I'm thinking a young Ho, recently acquired from Atlanta Falcons, gets the dub late. So look for, not a big game, but, efficiency is going to be key here for Jackson Dart. I think he's going to have 2 throwing TDs. I would say 160 throwing yards, 40 rushing yards, and a dub. And then another game, not in the NFL, MLB. Los Mets, big game. Win, and they're in. So, actually, no, I'm sorry. They need to win. New York Mets need to win today, and the Cincinnati Reds need to lose. If the Cincinnati Reds lose and the Mets lose, the Cincinnati Reds, because of the tiebreaker, they advance to the playoffs. So it needs to be, the Mets need to win, Cincinnati Reds needs to lose. Only way the Mets see the postseason. It's big, man. It comes down to the wire. The coach, New York Mets coach, said today, everybody's available, except actually for McNeil, but all the pitching is available. They're playing in the World Series, so it's every man on deck. So hopefully the Mets come away with a win today, and the Cincinnati Reds lose, and we'll be we'll see them in the postseason. So right now it's early morning, getting ready to watch some early morning football. You got the over at Dublin, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Aaron Rodgers. Let's see what he can do. They got a tough test ahead of them. They got the Minnesota Vikings who are playing, their defense is playing lights out. Jaylen Warren has been listed as inactive. So you got Gainwell and Johnson as the running backs today. Gainwell will be starting. Let's see if they get Caleb Johnson, more involved. He did have a fumble last week. So maybe he makes up for it this week, but it's a big test today for the Pittsburgh Steelers for that daunting defense. So look for Aaron Rodgers to get Jonnu Smith and Patty Freiermuth involved in the game early. Let's see some DK Metcalf TDs in there. I'm thinking lock for today. You're going to get DK Metcalf TD. I would say Jordan Mason TD. Jordan Addison comes back from suspension. Big. He gets a TD. And let's get Caleb Johnson in there as another one. I'd say those 4 TDs are locks for today. Early morning, FanDuel, DraftKings, whichever platform you use. I think that'll be a anytime TD. Those 4 will hit today. All right. So again, this is for the morning early bird risers. Game just kicked off. Enjoy the game. And I'll be on in a little bit to know Los' locks for the 1 p.m., 4 p.m. games. Professionals.